this video is all about how to stack and then crumb coat and then decorate super colourful and fabulous cake using an easy palette knife technique. I love this cake, it's really easy, it's colourful, you don't have to worry about getting it really neat, and it looks really impressive. So these are all the components that you're going to need to stack the cake. So your choice of baked cakes, and I'm going to use my ginger cake. My next video is going to be all about how to make these if you want to have a look at that. And then some lovely buttercream. This is just my American buttercream recipe, but you can use like Italian meringue buttercream or anything you like. But this is nice and quick and easy to make. So you just whip up some butter and icing sugar and add a little bit of milk and make it nice and fluffy. And then just a little tip that I use to make this buttercream more white rather than like, you know, you get a yellowy tinge from the butter, is just add some white food dye into it, and then it makes it this nicer, whiter colour. And then you can also make something to fill between the buttercream layers. So I've made some salted caramel, but you can make whatever you want, so like lemon curd or jam or some fresh fruit. So now all that's left is to get started. First, you're just going to trim the tops of these cakes so that they're nice and level and easier to stack. So I'm just using a sharp knife, but you can use like a cake leveler. It's just that I don't know where mine has gone. There, so nice flat cake top, and just do that with all of them. Now get your turntable, and then you can put like a cake board on top, and then you're going to stack the cakes on top of the cake board. But my turntable also acts as a cake stand, so I'm just going to stack the cake straight on here. So just splodge some buttercream right in the centre of the cake stand where you're going to stick your cake on. And then just stick your first layer right on top of it. So the buttercream will make it stick to the board or your cake stand or whatever, but it's not going to go flying. And then now you can put your buttercream on top, and I'm just going to splodge it on and then smooth it out. Some people pipe it on, but you just do whatever feels best for you. And then get like a little mini offset palette knife thing, and just use this to smooth the buttercream on top into a nice kind of even layer, and you can use the turntable to help you. And don't worry about any buttercream coming out around the edges, that's totally fine and actually helps you when you're going to crumb coat it. So because I want to add some caramel between each layer, I'm just going to put some of my buttercream in a piping bag. And then I'm going to use this to pipe like a little border, and this is called a dam sometimes because basically it stops the filling in the middle from flooding out and then ruining the outside of the cake. Really easily all the way around, and just fill in any breaks. And then spoon your filling into the middle. So I'm using my caramel, which is really delicious, by the way. Then just keep stacking all of your layers on top in the same way. Squidge it down a little bit. That is looking good. So now you're just going to use your little spatula to add buttercream to the whole of the outside, and just splodge it on just like that, and keep going all the way. And this is a crumb coat, so any crumbs in there, don't worry about it because they'll all be chilled in the fridge, so when you add the next layer you're not going to see any of the crumbs poking through. So I've just whacked on all my buttercream, so it's covering all the sides, but it's a bit rough. With the crumb coat, and especially with the type of cake that I'm doing, you don't really need the crumb coat super perfect, but you still want to smooth this out a little bit. So now just get like a flat edge scraper, So just put it at like a 45-degree angle, just like that, and put it right up against the edge of the cake, and then spin, and just let it drag along and lift off all of the buttercream. So after smoothing it, you might notice a couple little patches like there, so they just need filling in with a bit of buttercream to bring it level, and then it just needs smoothing all over again. Go around the whole cake and fill in those patches. There might be some around the bottom as well. Fill those in too. I'm going to stop there. You don't need to get the crumb coat super neat, and especially with the design we're doing on top, we want a bit of texture and roughness in there. Now I'm just going to smooth in these top edges and just go and do that all the way around. Okay, and it doesn't need to be perfect again because I'm going to go over the top of it all anyway. So now I'm just going to run this damp cloth around the edges just to clean it up a tiny bit. So now off this goes to your fridge. You might have to move a few shelves about just to make it fit. Oh, and you're going to chill it until your buttercream's completely firm to the touch, and then you're going to add the next layer. So now whilst your cake is chilling in the fridge, you're going to divide up your buttercream that you've got left into different bowls and then colour them all whatever colours you want. So now the cake is fully chilled, so I can touch it and it's solid. So it's the perfect canvas for all of the colours. Let's pick a colour to start, so like a pink maybe, and just smear it on wherever. Just like that. And you want to do this with like a few different colours and just layer them up however you think looks good. So maybe a splodge there, a bit there. You want also to keep some of that texture in there, so you want some smooth bits and some textured bits, and just build it up until it looks like a beautiful, abstract, colourful work of art. So the trick here really is just going with the flow and not really overworking it or thinking too much about it. And make sure just to come in with like these flashes of white, just to ease off like too much colour. I'm going to stop there before I work too much on it and go too far. So now you're just going to do the same with the top. So just put some splodges of colour starting kind of in the middle. You can do whatever you like with your buttercream. There's no rules, just do whatever feels best for you. Just leave your cake just like this, or you can also add like a white chocolate drip down the sides, or you can add sprinkles or paint splatters, do whatever you want. But I'm just going to add a white chocolate drip. To make the white chocolate drip, I've just heated some coconut milk on the stove, or you can use cream, and just wait until it's bubbling on top, and then when it starts to bubble, chuck it all on top of your white chocolate. Just leave this for a minute, then come back and I'm going to stir it all in. So now it's been a minute, I'm just going to stir it and it should all melt. Great, that's looking all nice and smooth. So to test if your ganache is like a good consistency for dripping, I just like drip it down the edge of like a glass and see what it looks like on there. So I'd say that looks like it's dripping quite nicely. Oh, it's got a double drip, one on each side. But anyway, it's looking like it's dripping really nicely, so it's not falling all the way straight to the bottom, which means it's too warm, so you need to let it cool a little bit. and it's not really stiff, so it doesn't flow at all, which means it's too cold, so you need to warm it up a little bit, like on the stove or in the microwave. So I'm finding it very hard to pick a favourite side, but I've got to pick fast because my chocolate is cooling and it's going to become the wrong consistency. Okay, this is the side. So with the drip, you're just going to put your piping bag on the top and then squeeze, and however long you squeeze determines how long it's going to flow out for. Done! So then you can add anything you want on top. I'm going to add my sugar shards, and I have a tutorial on how to make these. It should be around here somewhere, and they're really easy, and you don't even need a thermometer. So I'm going to put mine right here in the center. There. Ooh. So if I just step away, because my top is like interfering with the colours, you can really see all of those colours come through. So I hope you found that helpful, and if you make this cake then please tag me in pictures, I would love to see. And also please like and subscribe. I'm gonna go now and enjoy my cake, so thank you for watching and bye!